And these are live pictures that we are getting to you from the Indira Gandhi International Airport in Delhi. Geeta now coming out of the airport. We will see more of these pictures in a short while from now. After 12 long years, Geeta finally returning home. She has landed at Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport, took off from Karachi earlier today, and those are rose petals being showered at her. Pakistan High Commission officials seen in those pictures. Let's listen in.
ये एक मिसाल है दूसरे ममालिक के लिए भी कि अपने शहरियों को प्यार के साथ रखें, मोहब्बत के साथ रखें, और ये मैसेज भी है। और जी बिल्कुल, अभी हमने हैंडओवर कर दिया है उनको, और हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि हमारे 459 जो हमारे प्रिजनर्स हैं पाकिस्तान के, उनको भी इसी तरह उसी प्यार के साथ और मोहब्बत के साथ रखा जाएगा। हाई कमिश्नर साहब, हमारे हाई कमिश्नर अब्दुल बासित साहब और उनकी जो मिसेस हैं, वो आज रिसेप्शन कर रहे हैं शाम को, और इंशाल्लाह हम सब वहीं पे होंगे। और हम
के लिए आप समझ रहे हैं कि बहुत बेहतरीन
बिल्कुल, और हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि पाकिस्तान के जो प्रिजनर्स हैं उनको भी जल्द से जल्द रिहा किया जाएगा, ताकि वो अपने खानदानों के साथ अपनी बाकिया जिंदगी बसर कर सकें। थैंक यू।
And joining me now on the broadcast is Shanti Devi. Shanti Devi is Geeta's mother. She joins us on the line. Shanti Devi, आप ये तस्वीरें देख रही हैं. We'll just try and reestablish that line. And these are the first pictures that we see of Geeta coming out of the airport at Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport. They're waving to the cameras. And in Karachi earlier today, this morning, she was smiling, grinning ear to ear. Anandya Banerjee joins me from Ground Zero. Anandya, take us through what happened at the airport when the aircraft landed.
Well, Gaurav, we can confirm just barely 30 seconds from now, a cavalcade that consisted Geeta's car just went past this lane, that is this side of the road, and around 4 cars were there in the cavalcade. Geeta was there in an SUV, white color SUV, which went through this lane and went straight towards the Mahipalpur section of Delhi. Now she came out along with 5 members of the Easy Foundation, who has been taking care of Geeta for the last more than 10 years, and she came out. She has been welcomed by Joint Secretary of the MEA, as well as 3 officials from Embassy of Pakistan. One of them is the media coordinator.
Okay.
That we can confirm.
Stay with me for a moment. Geeta's mother, Shanti Devi, joins us on the broadcast. आपने तस्वीरें देखी गीता की भारत आने के बाद, शांति देवी, इस समय?
हाँ जी।
अपनी बिटिया रानी को देखकर आप उनसे कब मिलेंगी? आपकी भारत सरकार से बात हुई?
बहुत खुश है, बहुत हमको बातचीत अभी नहीं, मिलने के जा रही है जी।
कहाँ मिलेंगी आप उनसे?
वो हमको तो उतना नहीं है, बोले क्या कि बहुत हमको तबीयत आती दे, अब
विदेश मंत्रालय में मिलेंगी। अच्छा, ये कहा जा रहा था कि पहले डीएनए टेस्ट होगा, मतलब खून की जांच होगी। ये आपके घर से किसी का खून का सैंपल लिया गया है?
हाँ जी, हमारा हमको लिया, हमारा पति के लिए है। वो कुछ घोटाला करे खातिर कहा जे नहीं किसी से बताना, तो हम सब पर हमें अपना मुंडा विनोद के बता दिए, ये खून टेस्ट करे हैं, वो कागज पर के अति धर करके हमरा दोनों परानी के खून टेस्ट लिया है।
और ये आपको बताया कि कब मिलेंगी आप गीता से?
हमको पता है कि जब पाकिस्तान से आएगी तो आ गया है, तो हम अब जा रहे हैं मिलेला।
आपको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। आप गीता से मिलिए, अपनी बिटिया से मिलिए, आपसे वहां पर भी बातचीत रहेगी हमारी। और also joining us on the broadcast is Dalbir Kaur. Dalbir Kaur is Shaheed Sarabjit's sister. She joins us on the broadcast. उस समय तो हम लोग को दलबीर कौर जी ये खुशी नहीं मिल पाई, लेकिन आज एक खुशी है कि गीता स्वदेश लौट आई सुरक्षित। We will try and reestablish that line with Dalbir Kaur. There are 5 families who have come forward and claimed Geeta is their daughter. The Ministry of External Affairs has ordered a DNA test. Once the DNA test is over, only the family that positively IDs on the DNA test will be given custody of Geeta. Till then, she would be staying with the Ministry of External Affairs, and also the ED Foundation people who've come with her from Pakistan. They're also state guests. They will remain with her, help her settle down in India. As of now, Geeta is going to Pakistan's High Commission. There will be a reception later this evening at the Pakistan High Commission. One of the officials there said he hoped that the 459 Pakistani prisoners in India, this would pave the way for their repatriation to Pakistan. For 12 long years, Geeta was in Pakistan. It's still not very clear how this girl strayed across the border. She was found on the outskirts of Lahore by Pakistan Rangers. She can neither speak nor hear. She is a deaf-mute child. She was all of 11 years in the year 2003 when she was found in Lahore. She was handed over to the ED Foundation. They've looked after her all along. India Today's Smita Sharma now joins me for more on this, and Smita has been tracking developments on the story very closely. Smita, quite a nice gesture, the fact that Geeta is now back home. What happens from this point on?
Well, yes, it's been a warm welcome for Geeta, as much as it was, in fact, an emotional and a warm farewell to Geeta in Karachi at the ED Foundation, which has been a second home for her in these last many years. At the airport today, she was received, by Gopal Bagle, who's the Joint Secretary on the Ministry of External Affairs, who handles Pakistan, Afghanistan and Iran, and also by officials in the Pakistan High Commission, including the Media Councillor Manzoor Memon and another official, Aisha. Geeta dressed in that red, bright salwar kameez. Yesterday we had pictures from Karachi of how she was all excited, packing, ever since she saw that photograph where she zeroed in on Janardhan Mehto as a probable father. She had been clutching to that picture. But at Jawaharlal Nehru Bhavan, in where the Ministry of External Affairs is housed, that's where I am. You can see a lot of action right now because coincidentally, actually, a lot of Tamil Nadu MPs from AIADMK are also here. They just met Sushma Swaraj over the fishermen's issue. But that's another humanitarian issue. So Janardhan Mehto is already in JNB. Some of the family members are here. One of Geeta's brother, I believe, was taken to the airport. Once Geeta comes into JNB, that's when the DNA samples will be collected and will be sent across to that Andhra FSL for a speedy, sort of a confirmation, which will take around 2 days, is what we are being told, for a final report to come in to confirm the parentage. But around 3 o'clock this afternoon is when Sushma Swaraj will address the press conference with Geeta seated next to her. And it's going to be a long day, not just physically exhausting, but clearly mentally and emotionally too, for Geeta, for the members of the ED Foundation, and for her probable parents at this point.
Stay with me for a moment. My colleague Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu was at the Delhi airport and she sends us this report.
Geeta finally returning back home, setting a foot on her own soil in her own country almost after a decade, and this is a homecoming for Geeta. And remember, she's been called Daughter of India. This is also a sign of India and Pakistan relationship. They may be at each other's throat at the borders where there are ceasefire violation. We've seen Shiv Sena showing intolerance towards Pakistani performance or cricketers here in India. But this is a fine example of friendship of both India and Pakistan. AZ Foundation doing a commendable job. And remember, she's setting a foot, and she could perhaps get a fairy tale ending if that DNA sample is quite a match. Remember, there are 3 families who came to claim her. There she is, a huge excitement, huge awe, both by India and Pakistani nation. There she is, hearing and speech impaired, but that has not really made her story remarkable. There she is, carrying that bouquet, a simple bouquet, and obviously Geeta there, obviously taking and consuming every bit of information that she's finally come back here. The Pakistani delegation, the Indian delegation, giving her a very, very warm welcome. And remember, she seems overwhelmed we know that extended family members are here, and they are obviously trying to. And you see the number of police personnel out here, huge amount of security. You can see the number of media people. Huge excitement. A lot of people who want to be here, want to capture this particular moment. This is a moment of India and Pakistan friendship. There she is wearing simple red kurta, churidar, and obviously there she is, people wanting to speak to her. Remember, she is hearing and speech impaired. This is a moment of reckoning for her, a homecoming. And remember, there she was in Pakistan for a number of years. She maintained her traditions, and Pakistanis getting her back safely here in Indian soil, a symbol of friendship. With camera person Vicky, this is Kamaljeet Sandhu in Delhi for India Today.
Those are pictures of Geeta at the Delhi airport just a short while back. She is now en route to the Pakistan High Commission. She would be spending the day at the Pakistan High Commission before that 3 p.m. press conference at Jawaharlal Nehru Bhavan with the External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. Some of her family members are already there. Has the ministry, Smita, been able to, reduce? There were 5 families that came forward and claimed Geeta. How come the government's decided that it could well be Janardhan Mahato? Is it because Geeta identified them, or do they have other links also?
No, it was essentially because Geeta zeroed in on this. How it happened was, I remember after Sushma Swaraj first intervened at the highest political level, asked the Indian High Commissioner TCA Raghavan in Islamabad to go meet Geeta in Karachi in first week of August along with his wife Ranjana Raghavan. That's when, of course, the High Commissioner went, and after their initial conversation with Geeta, they more or less had this feeling that she would be an Indian. So there were 2 things. A, they had to ascertain Geeta's Indian nationality, and B, try and zero in on her family as well. Now, for the family part of it, Sushma Swaraj also reached out to various chief ministers and asked them to coordinate with their state administrations. So some of these families sent out their claims from states like Rajasthan, Jharkhand, Bihar, and some of these photographs were then sent across to Geeta in Karachi through the Indian High Commission officials. Interestingly, a photograph of Janardhan Mahato, which was a black and white photograph, was first sent out, which Geeta actually did not
Stay with me for a moment. I have Faisal Eidi who joins us from Karachi. Faisal Eidi sahab, Geeta is finally in India. Your thoughts as she reaches home finally?
It's congratulations to you all people of India and media people who have helped her to reach India. And I thank you all people. I thank you all of you. And it's your success that she is in India now.
Sir, thank you for looking after her so well for the past decade. Your thoughts, the 10 years that she spent in Pakistan and now that she's come back home, sir?
Yeah, it's almost more than 13 years she has spent in Pakistan, and she was part of our family and now she is in India. And I think she will be looked after more better than Pakistan. And she was like our daughter. And you will take care of our daughter also.
Oh, absolutely, sir. Those are such beautiful thoughts. Your daughter stayed with you for a decade and a half, 13 years she was there. How did you know she's Indian when she doesn't speak, when she's hearing impaired, sir?
When she met my mother many years ago, she bowed, she bowed as Karan, jo कहते हैं ना चरण छूना.
जी.
She चरण छूना, and she चरण छूना किया और हाथ को जो है ना वो जोड़ा ना, तो मम्मी ने कहा कि ये इंडियन है, इसको फातिमा नाम गलत दे दिया किसी ने. फिर जो है she was given Geeta. She was the new name was given to her, Geeta, by my mother Bilki Sedi. And since then we have been trying to relocate to India, but there were a lot of problems. Whenever we used to reach Indian embassy over the phone or any house, so they used to say, if you have any document regarding Geeta, saying anything, any passport or any evidence, which we didn't had. So naturally, and we were not in touch with the family. and she was deaf and dumb, so it was a special case. So they always turned down, and they used to say that you need to have some kind of document or anybody claiming her. In 2013, an officer from Indian consulate Indian embassy named Chandan came to visit Geeta, and he took his pictures, her pictures, her writings, and he sat with her with detail, and whatever she got, whatever information he could have gotten from her, and then he went to Indian embassy in Islamabad, and then there was no contact with him since then. And we were losing hope as the time was passing. And my mother used to tell her that if you want to get married, you can marry here in Pakistan. I can find a Hindu family for you to marry. So she used to refuse. No, I want to go back home, and I will marry in India.
That is so sweet of your family, sir. That is indeed so nice of your family. And so what was time spent with Geeta like all through these years?
It was part of our family. It was like my daughter, and my mother's daughter. She was like my sister's daughter, and it was part of our family. In almost all the events, she used to come, and we used to spend times in Eid, in Diwali, in Holi. People used to play Holi upstairs, and she used to invite us, and we used to give her importance. And we were giving whatever we could to that she doesn't feel that she doesn't have a family. And there are hundreds of people like these with our organization, and we always try to be part of their family. So it's very good to be a part of people like these who need love.
We were also hoping you would be coming. The government was saying that an effort will be made even when her family is found. Her family in Karachi will spend some time with her in India, so that her settling in process once again is easier.
My mother is there, and my wife and my son is also there. I could not come. It's very sad for me because my father is in the hospital right now.
Oh, wish him very speedy recovery, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I cannot leave him alone, so somebody in the family have to be close to him.
Naturally. How long, is your mother, your wife and your son, how long are they going to spend in India? Where all are you likely to go with Geeta?
They're going to spend a couple of days with them, and we are fully satisfied with the Indian government that they will take care of her, and they will find a good institution if they will not find the family. And in near future, hopefully soon, Geeta will be successful in finding the family.
God willing, she should be. I mean, there would be a DNA test, we are told, that will be conducted today, and will be matched with some of the samples of people who've come forward. So God willing, there will be a positive ID. Sir, stay on with me for a moment. What transpired in that flight from Karachi to Delhi? We have Kaswar Klasra, my colleague, who joins us. He's with Anandya Banerjee. Anandya, take it away.
Right. Klasar, first of all, congratulations. You have brought Geeta successfully here to India. You were there in that PK 272. Kaise raha mahal? Thoda, you just take us through the event.
Geeta was excited, the AD family was excited, and they argued that we have been supporting Geeta. She has been a family member for 13 years. Now, when she's returning back to his ancestors' land, back to his family, so she was excited. There was all excitement in the aircraft. Not only that, the AD family was excited, but also the crew, the passengers, and each and everything. There was an atmosphere of joy and excitement all over the aircraft.
Well, I realize it's a mixed sense of emotions, because on one side, Idi family almost was there as a second family, and now they're like leaving her. I mean, to the almost the original family. Were there mixed reaction of joy and unhappiness as well, that probably they have to do away with Geeta?
Let me get back to the Karachi airport. Early in the morning, when the Geeta's friends, the Geeta's colleagues, she has been living with for over 13 years, they came across to leave her at the airport lounge. So they were literally weeping. They were literally weeping because there was a sense of deprivation, there was a sense of loss, of having lost a true friend. So it was a two sides of a story. At one side, Geeta was excited to meet her family after the 13 years. On the other side, the people who have been living with her as a family member for over 13 years, they were absolutely sad. And even I can't express their feelings. They were literally weeping at the moment. No, I must come to the other point. What happened there in aircraft? So there were two sides as well.
Right.
Geeta was excited. They have been showing this way, and even she has been showing that I'm going to meet my mother and my father and friends, each and everything. So it was the mood we can't express into the words. First, there was excitement. There was excitement. On the other side, when we talk about Balkis Idi, she was extremely joyful and also the sad as well. The kid she brought for over 13 years, and she was going to miss her after the 13 years.
Right.
So definitely, it was a story of two sides: sadness and the excitement.
Sadness and excitement, that is mixed. There's a mixed sense of emotions there in the Karachi airport all throughout PK 272 till it touched down at 10:20 on the IGI airport. Back to you.
For the moment, Anandya and Kaswar, many thanks for joining me. Gentlemen, keep tracking that story. I will come back to you for more. The good news story today, Geeta is back home. Her family from Pakistan with her. They will spend some time with her so that she settles down well with her family in India.